Hi, I'm Darlene and this is Heartfelt Crochets. So today I am sharing with you the different granny square blocking boards, not necessarily for granny squares. I mean, you can block anything that you have just crocheted or knitted. And I have 4 different types that I wanted to share with you. 3 of them I got on Amazon. The other one, I can't tell you exactly where I got it from because it was gifted by a neighbor. And I searched all over online to see if I could find some information on it, and I could not. But I want to share it with you anyway. So we are going to start off with this small one. I ordered this on Amazon, like I said, and I haven't even opened this one yet. And I'm kind of anxious to do so. This one is a 4-pack. Let me read a little bit about this. It's a 4-pack, 4.7-inch crochet blocking board with 25 steel pins and 35 wooden pegs. Altogether, it measures, when you put these squares together, it measures a 9.4-inch square. And then you can use these steel pegs to stand it up. So let's give it a try. Okay, so here are the wooden pegs. There's a little instruction manual. Here are the steel pegs, and they came in a little plastic container. Has little tabs. They're nice heavy-duty steel pins. Nice little container to keep them all closed up tight in. And then we have our little squares. We have 1 and 2, 3, and 4. So we have these wooden pegs, like I said, and that is what is going to hold these together. So let's take out a few of them. It has 2 holes on every side of the boards. So you just go ahead and put the pegs in and line those holes up. And then you have a tall board with just 2, if you want to just put 2 granny squares on there. You can use them individually to put a smaller granny square. So what you want to do is put 2 together at a moment. And then put pegs in this side. Okay, so now you're not trying to line the pegs up in a square. You're just lining them up like so. There we go. Now it's nice and solid. That's a good size square. It's nice and flat. We have the pins that you can take 2 of them. Stand this up. You have holes on the back. And you put 2 of these. Actually, this one has a little plastic piece on the top, and there was another one in here that had a little plastic piece that you just throw right on there. Put that in there. There we go. And it stands up. That is really cool. So that is board number 1. I really like this one because I can just use the 2. If you was to take and put the pin there, pull those apart. You can use the 2 for 2 granny squares, or you can take that off and just use the 1, or you can just lay it down as well. You don't need to stand it up. There's quite a few options. I like that. So that is board number 1. All right, so we're going to take these pegs out so that we don't have a mess going on while I'm showing you the others and the magic of videography. I'll be right back. So I put everything away nice and neat back in this little box. I think that that's how I'm going to keep it, because there are so many parts and it is just so handy. Now this particular 4-pack on Amazon costs $19.99. Very affordable, especially for the versatility of this block, or blocks, I should say. The second one is this beautiful blocking board. It has a lock on this side so that you can open it up, and it has an inside where you can place your granny squares that you're working on. We'll take one out. It has a little board on the inside that is screwed in, so you can just bring that back. There's a little groove right here, and you just put it in that little groove and it holds it up for you. An extra little added, look, a little drawer. And in that drawer is some more steel pins. I think this is just the neatest thing. It is a nice little storage so that you don't have these just hanging around somewhere that's going to fall all over the place, or just put them in your little drawer. Take them out as you need them. I'll take out a couple so I can show you. Okay, I am going to take out 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. And then you would just take your granny square and put it in your corner and stick it in a peg hole. And in the other corner, give it a little bit of tension. Make sure that you are lined up with your rows. Again, just put it in the square. You don't want to stretch it too much, but yet you want to stretch it enough to block it. Okay, so make sure that we are at the same row and one over. Okay, so it still looks like it has a little bit of play, so I am going to move that down 1. And move this one down 1. Perfect. Now find a center hole. And then one on either side over here. And then you would spray it down with your water and you would let it dry. And this is a perfect block. If you had smaller granny squares, you could actually do just like we did with those smaller squares and put 4. I really love this one. It has a nice drawer for storage. I could actually take the pegs of that one if I wanted to and put them in this drawer as well, but they have their nice little plastic container, so I'll keep them in their own container. And I love the fact that your current project, the ones that need is not a lot of room, so you can't put a lot of granny squares, but the ones that need blocking, you can put in here. And then I love that there's this little handle so that you can stand it up, or you can just lay it down and let it dry overnight. It's totally up to you. Has a nice little lock to keep it in place. Love it. This one is called the Crochet Blocking Board and Multifunctional Container with Pins, and it measures 11 by 11 by 3 inches, and this one is $21.99 on Amazon. Okay, so we're going to set this one aside, and we're going to move right on to the next. Again, these are from Amazon. These ones are a little bit more affordable if you're just getting started and you can't afford one of these wooden ones. These are Mr. Pen interlocking blocking mats, and it's a 4-pack. There's 4 of them, and they're just like a nice heavy-duty foam. Okay, and these ones, each square is a 12 by 12 inch square, and they interlock. You just line them up. Push those back just a little further. So you just interlock them together like that to make one really giant square. Or you can have 4 large squares, or you could actually put 4 squares for each one. Interlock 2, interlock 3, don't interlock them at all. That's the convenience of these. And it comes with a little plastic bag of T-pins. I just put them in this little glass jar. But we have some T-pins that very easily just poke right in and hold your granny square. Now, to show you really quick, let me grab a granny square out of this box. We'll go ahead with our hexagon. Just take out a few pins. We'll go ahead over here so maybe you can see it better. No, you can see it over here. So I'm not too far away. You would just lay down your granny square, and where you have 2, 4, 6 points, you're going to want to put your pins in those points. And you're going to want to give it just a little bit of tension, but not too much. And then you're going to take a few more extra pins, and you're going to pull out your sides so that they're not curved in, and you have more of a nice uniformed straight edge. Now, I'm not going to spray these and then show you what they look like afterwards. I'm just giving you the general idea of what you need to do to pin these on your board. So it's not pegs, it's just pins. I'm going to take this one off here so they come apart really easy, and you would just use your T-pins and pin them right on this board. And yes, you are going to end up having a lot of holes, but that's okay. Who cares about the holes? And these are really, really affordable. So by the time you end up filling these full of major holes, and you just, the holes are too big, which is going to be a lot of granny squares before that happens. And then you can, just replace them because they are that affordable. This is for a 4-pack on Amazon These interlocking blocking pads, a 4-pack is $13.85. Now, I'm going to share with you what my neighbor bought me. I really love it, but I have no idea where it came from. So I can't tell you the price. She found it at a thrift store on a major sale for like $1, I think. And this is worth so much more than $1. Just the felt package that it came in alone is worth a lot more. So I made this granny square. And if you've watched some of my videos, you've probably seen this in the background. This is a heavy duty plastic, and it came with nice steel pins. Now, if I was to remove this square, so that's an option too, that you can also put a couple squares in the middle, and you can have it air dry like that. It doesn't have to be flat down, and that's with all boards. So let me just peel back a little bit. You can see that it has a lot of holes for you to put several different sizes of granny squares on, or it is perfect for this size granny square, so that once I make a whole slew of these, I will be able to seam them together for a nice afghan for my bed. And it came in this beautiful felt envelope. Came in a plastic bag, fits perfectly right in this envelope. And then it came with this little felt pouch with the steel pins. A lovely gift, and I really, really love this. I wish I could tell you where to get it and how much it costs, but I have no idea. So I can't link this one in the description box below, but I am going to put links in for the other 3. So if you're interested at all in purchasing those, you can just click on the link and go right on over and do so. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Comment below. Let me know if you have any of these, what type of blocking you might be using. And until next time, bye.